Good afternoon, guys. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm going to try and keep this video short and sweet. See how we get on. So, we had a fantastic response from last week's video, which is really, really good. So, thank you for that. One of the things that I picked up on that I'm going to talk about today is motivation struggles. So, if you're struggling with motivation, you've got to remember to take one step at a time, and you don't need to go in all guns blazing. What most people do is, if they're struggling for motivation, they'll either stop altogether, or they'll just do 5 sessions 1 week and then they'll burn out. You've got to remember to try and take things at your own pace. It's normal to struggle with motivation, especially if you're dieting down really, really hard. You will get to a point where you'll really struggle to find motivation to get to the gym or to do anything. So you've got to sort of set yourself a few mini goals. All right, now that can be anything that you want. A good goal that you can set yourself if you're struggling for motivation would be to increase your energy expenditure, and do that by not being in the gym. So one way that you can increase your energy expenditure is, if you're going shopping, then just park a little bit further away than you usually would do. That way you've got to take more steps, or even just go for a walk if it's a nice day. Nothing wrong with just going for a walk to get your energy expenditure up. Doesn't mean that you have to start the gym if you've not started the gym previously. It doesn't mean that you have to step foot in the gym. You just need to increase your energy expenditure, and that's one way to get your motivation back up. Lots of things affect motivation. I talked last week about being intrinsically or extrinsically motivated. It's not a problem if you're one or the other, but you've got to sort of identify what gets you going to the gym, what keeps you going to the gym. I've had it before where I've been that busy with work, I've just thought it's not going to do me any favours doing the gym this week, so let's take a week off. I'll go a little bit more flexible on my diet, so I'm not going to stick to it just as hard. And it paid off. It was probably the best thing that I could do. Otherwise, I'm just going to tear myself into the ground thinking I've got this to do, I've got her to reply to, I've got a session to do, and I've got my own training, I've got my own nutrition. So you're much better sometimes just taking a step back and thinking, right, this week I'm just going to have a week off, a bit more of a relaxed week, still kind of stick to your diet if that's what your goal is, and then pick it up the next week. A week off isn't going to, or a deload week that you could call it, where you just do maybe half as many sessions or not as intense a session, can be just as much beneficial than taking a week off. So the next thing that I wanted to talk to was one of the points that was brought up on the last video, which angered me at first, and then I kind of thought, well, I could do a video on this and actually try and get a point across, is stereotypical gyms. And people feeling, mainly ladies, feeling like they can't step foot into the gym, or if they do, they can't go into the free weight or resistant area. So the first thing that I'll sort of say to people, or ladies, if they're coming to me and saying that, is you are paying just as much for your membership as every other person in that gym is. Whether that's the gym here, whether it's another gym. I always like to feel that the gym here, that we're kind of, everyone's sort of included. And that, a lot of the time of feeling included is down to the staff and the environment that you're in. And it's creating that positive environment for yourself and for people to train in, that reflects well on the membership. So if your members are enjoying coming to the gym, then they're going to tell people, oh, you should get yourself down to such a gym. It's fantastic, the staff are really nice, the members are brilliant. Whereas most gyms, the bigger gyms, the big branch chain gyms, they're really, really stereotypical, and it's upsetting. It's scary to know that a woman or a guy who wants to join the gym to lose weight and wants to get into weights and resistance, which is obviously the way to do it, can't step foot in the weights and resistance area because they feel out of place by, a guy or a woman who's bigger than them, who's in a stringer vest, who's in tight lycra pants with a fantastic set of glutes. It's really, really upsetting. So everyone should help each other out. If someone's new to the gym, it takes 1 second to just walk past and say, oh, yeah, I'm Will, I'm whoever, you'll love the gym, give us a shout if you need any help, whatever. So, which kind of leads on to low confidence and being sort of out of your comfort zone. So everyone has these comfort zones they'd like to stay in. I do, everyone else does. And one way to overcome low confidence is to actually take yourself outside of your comfort zone. So if you're not used to going to the gym, or if you're not used to being in the weights and resistance area because you're a little bit scared or fearful, take yourself out of your comfort zone. That can be anything, just as little as if you're used to sticking on the cardio machines in the gym, go for a 2-minute walk around the weights and resistance area, or just do some set of walking lunges. Just familiarise yourself with that environment, and over time your confidence will eventually grow. And going back to my last point, whereas if people who are in the gym, who are friendly, who are nice to get along with, yeah, they might. Doesn't matter if they're in a stringer vest or a set of tight lycra pants and they're grunting and they're groaning because they're doing their own workout, and you think, oh, I'm going to stay away from him. Just go to it. Just introduce yourself to them and say, oh, I'll help you out with your workout if you want. So that the next time that next person isn't feeling got as low confidence, and that's the best way to do it. So take yourself out of your comfort zone. So one thing that you should take away with this week is a challenge for yourself, is actually try and do something that takes you out of your own comfort zone. If you're quite intrinsic within yourself and you're not very outgoing, I could talk to a brick wall and probably bore it to death, but other people aren't the same. So if you're quite intrinsic and you struggle to get along with people, then just try talking to a randomer. Just be as random as you can be. Just try a conversation in the gym or at work with someone that you don't usually talk to. Spend 2 minutes talking to them. And yeah, you might feel a bit uneasy in yourself, but at the end of the day, the only way that you're going to grow and become stronger is familiarising yourself with things that you're not used to. And that's the same in the gym, with weights, with resistance, with the piece of equipment that you're not sure of. If you're not sure on how to use a piece of equipment, ask the trainer, ask the coach. And then my last point, which more refers to one of my most recent clients, is volume of training. So, long story short, I have a client that is so set on developing her glutes and wants to really bring her glutes up, to the extent where she was, and almost still is, training them every day or every other day. And the workout that she's doing is of high intensity, really, really sort of high impact. So if you've got a lagging body part, everyone's got lagging body parts. Most guys say that they want to bring up the chest to their arms. Women say it wants to be the glutes to the hamstrings. If you're training that body part or that muscle every single day of the week, or 5 days a week, or even 4 days a week, and you're putting a good session through them and tearing lots of muscle fibres, then you're not giving the muscles chance to recover. And the only time you will see improvement is through rest and recovery. So things like sleep, through days off, through training upper body days. So don't spend too much time on body parts, guys. Hope this video found you well. As always, give us a shout if there's any problems. Cheers.